So one of the things I love about this project is we were able to reuse a lot of these boulders that we dug up for putting in the footing for this little garden wall. We were able to reuse them along the front here. So the dirt used to actually come down from this upper property and kind of, you could see where the mud used to kind of come down between these big boulders. And so what we did is we wedged some rocks in here, we built it up, and we built up this elevation so that the water now goes back into that area. So if the rain comes, it doesn't want to come this way now. It wants to go that way, and then it goes out in the dry creek out toward the front of the property. So in the background, you'll see this beautiful new fence. We did the horizontal fencing. One of the biggest challenges of this, also besides the drainage, is just getting this step to line up and look good. A lot of times you'll see fences where if the elevation is falling and there's a horizontal fence, you'll see an inconsistency with the frequency of the stepping. So right here, what you can see is we've basically got every 2 fence posts. One second. What you can see here is basically every 2 fence posts, there'll be a step here, and then it's going straight, and then you'll see a step right here, and so on. And it's consistent like that all the way up to the back of the property. So it's actually harder to do that than you might think, because when you show up, the grade isn't usually falling at an exactly even elevation change. It's usually kind of going level for a little bit, and then it drops, and then it goes level again. But you don't want to look at your fence and see it going level and then these random steps everywhere. It just doesn't look right. So we were able to get this to fall consistently all the way along by manipulating the grade, and we were able to do that with this wall. So at the end, it's a little higher than it used to be. It used to drop off a lot, and we didn't want to have it drop down like 3 or 4 fence boards at the end. It just would have looked really weird. So anyway, this is how it came together. Looks really, really good. Client is super happy. This block here was actually some remnant block that we were able to reuse from another project where we updated their wall, and it fits really nicely here. It kind of blends in with the color of these boulders here. And then this wood, because it's so fresh, we didn't put a stain on it yet. So we're going to be coming back in about 6 to 8 weeks. We're going to let the weather hit this and let it dry out just a little bit, and then it's actually going to take the stain. If we tried to stain this today, it's going to stay on the very surface of the wood. It's not going to penetrate very well, which means it's not going to do as much good for the wood. It's not going to last as long, and it's not actually going to even look as good. So I want to come back to this spot in a couple of months. When we get that work done, we'll talk through it again, and I'll show you how much better it looks when we just wait a little bit. So anyway, more on that later.